This episode of the Neds Declassified podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Therapy can help any of us and all of us. And the truth is, sometimes it's just a great first step to dealing with yourself and your problems. BetterHelp has over 10 years of experience matching people with the right therapist from their diverse network of more than 30,000 licensed therapists with a wide range of specialties. So it's easy to find someone and switch therapists if you're not feeling the connection that you need.
We're all better with help. Visit betterhelp.com/Neds to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Neds.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dan.
Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Happy birthday to you.
Do you guys really think anybody's going to listen to this?
Happy birthday.
That's what it sounds like when I'm on the toilet.
Nice,
Yes.
guys. I think that was pretty
We
pretty
squeezed one out.
obnoxious.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah, baby.
That was
Beautifully
an absolutely horrendous
strange.
start to your year.
Yes. Yes. Happy birthday to all the Tauruses out there, us included.
Oh, yeah,
Lindsay.
and my mom.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, turn up. Dude, my dad, bro. Yeah.
Man.
Wait, what day?
My dad is May 8th. May 17th.
Mom's is the 13th. Andy
Yeah.
Fisher Price, my friend, May 13th.
Hey, turn up.
Wow.
We out here,
Lots of
baby.
Taurus.
We
You
out
are
here, baby.
surrounded by Taurus.
Yeah, so
When's
Taurus,
your
let us know in the
sister's
comments.
birthday again, Dev?
She's December. She's a Sag. But I need all you Tauruses. I need all you grounded people around me because I lose it without you.
Hey. Dudes, we got a lot to talk about in this pod.
We really do.
It's pretty epic. We hit on so many different topics. You're not gonna wanna miss
It's true.
it.
And Daniel's back after
I'm back after
ditching
getting
us
kicked
last
out.
year.
I'm back.
Last week.
They say I ditched them. I got kicked to the curb, but now I'm back with the word.
Yeah. Tune in, leave us a comment, and get ready for another episode of Ned's Declassified Podcast Survival Guide. We're still here,
Welcome, baby.
Let's go.
We love
Roll
you.
it.
Who?
In a world full of haters, insane content creators, and the ever soul-crushing hamster wheel of growing up, we are three best friends trying to do the impossible, create a podcast that helps you survive life. I'm Devin,
I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Daniel.
and this is Ned's Declassified Podcast Survival Guide. Results may vary.
Black top, big t-shirt, Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
We're
we
on
out
a
here, boy.
podcast, and we're fucking stylish.
Oh, stylish. Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Black top, big
I'm
t-shirt.
literally wearing these
Billie Eilish.
pants.
Oh, let's see. Ooh, show them off.
Incredibly stylish. What
Wiener
kinda-
dog pants. Wiener
Wow.
dog pants.
Did you get those for your
Nice.
birthday or what?
No, but basically, every time I
Okay.
wear these, it is my birthday.
Okay,
So,
that's
Ah,
fair.
yeah.
Hey,
Nice.
Daniel. Hi, man.
Hey,
we missed
I'm back.
you last week.
I'm back. Oh, dude, I was very upset. I'm very upset with you. I can hear you just fine. Speak. Why'd you guys leave me off the pod last week?
Has that been
We back.
festering, Dan? Have you been trying to find a way to bring it up and Connor
yeah.
help you out?
Yes, yeah. Connor's been helping me out, man. And my dog, I took him on a bunch of extra walks. I was like, if I don't have a friend in the world anymore, I got you, dog. So.
Did you feel abandoned by us?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yeah, lost at sea. It was terrible.
Listen, it was like
terrible.
a real life episode of Ned's Declassified with Cookie having tech issues and Mose and Ned
Dude.
carrying on with their lives.
Yeah. I had posted something. I'm like, when your friends, or when you cancel on your friends, or when you flake on your friends and they still link up without you. Yeah, I'm like, I was salty.
Why did you delete that?
Oh,
No,
dude, I don't.
You deleted it?
I'm like a 10,000 viewer and below delete. Yeah, if it's not, I'm sorry, it's just me.
I'm pretty sure
I'm
that
not-
kills your. I think it's
Algorithm.
I think it's like hurting.
Hey, it
You
is.
just
what
gotta
it is,
let them
man.
run, man.
It's okay. He's in with all the people from Mexico City, so his numbers are literally
Oh, yeah,
skyrocketing
yeah.
anyway.
Oh, they showed me so much love, and because I got that skyrocket, I'm like, I can't go back down to that airspace.
Wow.
I gotta stay up here in La La Land.
Wow, Dan.
I need the adulation. Love me.
Wow. It's a slippery slope, that internet validation.
It really
is.
I was about to go to repost it, and then I didn't see it, and I thought, did this bastard delete this? Wow, I didn't like that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you a bastard. Sometimes I try to like slip in like bitch or whatever. I don't.
Right. Doesn't feel right.
Though I take that back, man. So sorry.
No, I'm not feeling anyway. Yes, hello, people. It's good to be back. It's
good to have you back, Dan. The pod listeners really lost out because we had like a half-hour rendition catch up about your Mexico journey with Drake Bell and company and all the shenanigans. We recorded it and the tech malfunctioned in the uploads, so no one got to hear it. But I'm glad you're back.
Quick recap, guys, because I'm not going to talk about Mexico long. I met a guy named Diablo. All right, it's the devil, Diablito. And he took me to a whole bunch of bars. It was crazy. I came back and was like hungover for 7 days. And that's the story. Also, Drake just killed it. But that's it. That's all I'm saying about Mexico. Beautiful place.
Man, you guys really missed like a full ass story. It was a good time.
I do love those photos that you took, like hangover style photos that a couple people have been posting. There wasn't a real chicken in that elevator, right?
It was definitely a real chicken.
It was a real chicken in that elevator. Dang.
Pollo loco. Yeah, dude. No, our homie Funky, man. He's this guy that has like 200 and something tattoos like on his back of all famous people. Like he's got Will Smith, I think like Jamie Foxx, yada yada yada. And I think he's been on like the Ellen DeGeneres show, like crazy skilled guy with graphic art and stuff too. So he took these photos of like Drake and all his entourage, me included in some of the moments, and just put wild animals in there. Like we have this one where we're eating a shark, one where they're running from a lion, like. And it's all due to his just amazing graphic art skills. Funky is his name. He's great.
Okay, Funky.
Yeah, Funky chicken.
So it's your guys' just passed, but it's your guys' birth week. Daniel, how do you feel about your birthday, man?
It's coming up, man. Birthdays for me. Birthdays was the worst days. Now we sip champagne when we Thursday. You know what I mean? Birthdays for me are tough because it's a time for reflection. For me, I kind of don't like being celebrated on my birthday, so it's tough, and I know I make it awkward for people that love me and whatnot. But I prefer to be alone, if I'm most honest, man. Yeah,
that is insane.
It's maybe the one time a year Daniel takes all his compartmentalizing and pulls out the compartments,
bro, and it's. No, and I don't just pull them up. I take them and I empty out all the contents all over the floor. And then I'm upset and I'm stepping on Legos and I'm just getting angry.
See, I was asking Dev around his birthday. I was like, yo, I know around your birthday can be kind of melancholy. I don't want you to like fall into a crater. And Dev was like, no, I'm loving my birthday. It's great. It's Daniel that I had to worry about.
Yeah.
Oh, my sweet Dan.
You don't have to worry, because I enjoy the reflection, especially the quiet time. But when people try to pull me out of it and get me to do things, I get super stressed. If I'm most honest, and if anyone else feels like that in the comments, like tell me about it because it always feels great to have community. Misery loves company, I guess. It's the other side of that. But yeah, that's me, man.
Man, that's great to know, but we have a huge party planned, and you're the MC, so...
Yep.
I can't wait to be miserable. Thanks very much, guys.
That's so interesting, man. That makes sense, though. There's a lot of birthdays I have where I just want... It's not melancholy, though. It's just I just want to be alone and reflect on my life. It usually comes with, like, gratitude, but, like, I don't always need people.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just for me. Anyways, we're gonna show up at your house, so don't worry about it.
Oh, perfect, man. No, I mean, you know me. Like, I'll turn on when social interaction is there. I'm gonna love it, but I don't know. There's just this sense of dread. I'm like, I'm not doing enough right in my life. So I need to just be quiet and chill. And then like a day or two after, then I'm like, okay, I can come back out. It's safe. I feel like a groundhog or whatever.
Has that always been the case, or more so in your 30s? Like, was that happening in your 20s too?
Ooh, well, the lack of celebration, kind of. It just seemed I never wanted the attention on me, and then also just in my my upbringing, I never had to walk on eggshells, but I feel like I don't like people doing the acts of service for me. It makes me feel indebted. I think that's like a thing that I got to deal with.
That
I got to get through.
What?
that is
I'm
a
just being
thing.
honest. I'm sorry.
But I'm
just
telling
wanna
you,
be honest.
like giving people the chance to be of service to you is like half of the reason we're here. The other half is to be of service to them.
Well, yeah. But see, I prefer the other one because then I just don't feel like I owe anybody.
Well,
I
then
don't
you
know
might
why
be
my brain-
imbalanced. And no, like, okay. I'm not fighting with your point of view here. I'm just saying that, like, that's receiving. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's just like receiving on like a base level of just like, oh, I received this love and I don't owe anything back. There's no effort owed back. Like, I'm just receiving this.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's all I want to give you, Dan. I'm going to fucking post a great fucking post for you. I'm going to draw a bunch of attention to your day.
Hey, turn up,
No, I
man.
won't, because I
Turn
do
up.
really respect what you're saying, Dan. I just want you to like open yourself up for, receiving.
Yeah, that is
And
something
not
to look
feeling-
at.
Yeah.
The fact that
Probably.
the act of service makes you feel like you're taking on a debt.
Yeah. It's tough, man. And like, money's the lowest form of vibration, and debt, of course, can relate to time, like
Energy,
energy, things like that. It's something that I actually think about. So I just wanted to share it for people out there who feel the same
I'm sure
way.
other people feel the same. Also, have you ever heard of therapy and today's sponsor, BetterHelp?
Better help. Yes. I need better help,
You
or
should,
just help at all.
You should try talking to someone about that, bud.
I'm gonna call them now. This is perfect. The perfect segue, man. Yo, Lindsey, we had a blast celebrating your birthday, dude. Your friend Alyssa, like, she pulled that together, and it was beautiful.
She's the best.
Langham.
Yes,
Yeah.
she's the best. Langham, Pasadena, shout out. They were fabulous. Can I tell you though? I can't tell you this. This is a different iteration of the pod. I'll tell you later. But I got to be honest with you. I have a problem with like looking back on the day or like posting something. You know what I'm saying? Like looking back at the photos or gathering all of the intel on that day to kind of like go over it or whatever. I have like I don't really feel like doing that. I really enjoyed the time and the day that we were there, but like yeah, I haven't really wanted to go through the photos, but I have been, and I'm going to post a little bit later, but I understand what you mean. For me it's just like this whole like I feel a little frozen with all the love too. Like I felt like I took on so much love that day that I was like, and that's not something I usually do, but I took it on and I was so joyous. Like it has carried me all the way through to today.
Nice.
5 whole days of good feelings.
Hey.
And yeah, but like looking back at stuff, I'm like, yeah, people like, and I was so nervous beforehand too. The only reason I let this one do it is because like, I know her like a sister, and her acts of service just feel like family.
Yeah.
But I guess I kind of understand what you mean. Receiving is like, is kind of hard, but I really enjoyed it this year.
Yeah.
It must have been good because you showed up on Monday just jazzed with energy. So the love must have landed. You must have let it in, Linz.
It's like I'm worth something. Yes.
Dude, so many loving people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a great bunch of friends too. It was great meeting people that I met, and then also just seeing the homies.
Yeah.
Storm was there.
Mhm.
That was awesome.
Heck
Danielle
yeah.
came through.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, gang.
Good times.
Well, sweet. Should we get into a little round table show and tell? Do people have things?
Hey, let's have
Yes,
things.
let's do it.
present them.
Devin?
Who's first? Nope.
Devin?
Lindsay?
No, I always go
Daniel?
first.
What you got for us?
Well, mine is going to be finish what you started. Okay, that's my little round table. I just want to say finish what you started. I
Go
feel
on.
like our pod kind of is telling about how we're in the energy of that, and I just want to keep it going. We've greenlit ourselves, guys. We shot a short, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to start building the anticipation, okay? We shot an awesome short based on a fan submission. So we love when you guys submit your sounds to us, stories, voice messages, and we want to adapt some of them into, actual cinematic quality film projects like shorts. And so finish what you started. I got to get to editing here in a little bit. So I'm ramping myself up. to complete this edit, man.
You're the man.
Nice.
You're the man.
Dan,
Yeah.
you were really in your element. He was behind the camera saying, yo, I want a little bit of this, I want a little bit of that, and this is what you're feeling. I was like, go, Dan, go, our director.
I mean, yeah, man. You know, my character's only in it for like that. Well, actually, I don't need to tell them too much about it, but it was great directing this and having you guys. Like, you guys are awesome actors, like, for sure. And you know kind of what you want to see. Like, Dev, you had like a bunch of notes in there, and I'm like, oh, yes, this makes the shot list even better. So,
Fuck yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited for this project.
Yeah, I found it was just so fun after all the work we've been doing on this pod that's like less sexy. It was fun to like get into just a creative thing and film something together, and the fun and the joy of that was really enjoyable, and I definitely want to do more of that with you guys. That was really fun. It felt so good. And yeah, finish what you started and like follow through. Man, that gets hard, right? We have all our own hang-ups, and it gets hard to do that. This week we really had to like push through that resistance to following through. Like,
yeah,
tech issues, my computer was broken, your shit was broken.
Bruh.
We lost the episode that we already recorded. I was like actively in the process of grieving, like just finding out all this shit. Had to record again. Like everything in me was like, just quit the entire pod and move to Ohio. Like literally, I was just like, I live in Ohio now. Don't call me. I work at Dairy Queen, and don't fucking call me Ned anymore.
Dang.
But we pushed through together. And it felt really good. And then we had some wins. We got to film that short. We had our first ad come in. Like, it's like, okay, guys, just keep fucking following through. Like, I need that. I need to tell myself that all the time, man.
Same.
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, we're giving up.
I have to have some startup to have some follow through, but I understand the concept.
No, yeah, that startup matters for sure. You need that startup capital. It really helps. It's a little spark, man, and that spark was trying to go out, dude. Is it gonna ignite? Oh, god dang.
Yeah, it's like cool when you've created like a nice big fire that kind of keeps itself going. Easy to follow through when the fire's already big and built, but sometimes, guys, it feels like we're nurturing just this little flame in the midst of a fucking storm in the ocean. We've just got this little spark. Please keep going.
I know there's life in there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. My round table share. I wanted to find something like topical and current events, and I really just couldn't find anything I was fucking interested in. So I'm gonna share a little ditty for the.
I'm sorry?
I thought you were gonna talk about the Diddy trial.
Yeah.
My round table is
Diddy.
P Diddy.
You know,
Thoughts?
no, never mind. I can't do that. I can't do
Diddy
that.
or didn't he?
Did he pee or didn't he pee? Had to.
He didn't. His friend, oh my gosh.
Oh, you're
that
right.
shit's
Those
horrifying.
emails.
No,
He hired
that
someone
shit's
to pee, yeah.
horrifying. It sounds
Okay, we'll leave it.
and that's what's crazy. Like that was like the peak of industry success, and then you hear like that's what's happening at these parties. Like, no, thank you.
Brew.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
yo,
no,
it's
thank
so
you.
wild
I'm
because it's
good.
like, oh, is that what, the masses have been chasing? Like they're like, everybody was super excited. Like there have been times when people are like, oh man, I don't get invited to the big,
Totally.
events. And I'm like, hey man, dodge the bullet.
Hey, maybe you're okay there, bud. Okay, but the round table I'm gonna bring is I have hit, and this has happened before, but it feels just a little different at this point. I have hit a point in my life at the moment where weed has I gotta let it go for the time being.
Not get.
So to all my listeners out there who are habitual cannabis users, and I know there's a lot of you.
You're out
and
there.
I get it. A little wake and bake in Ned's pod. I mean, I love you. I respect it. That's beautiful. But I will say I use weed at various times in my life to survive life, to get through it, to balance myself. And after a while, I'm smoking all the time and I'm using it all the time. And that's fine. I'm like highly functional with it. I'm highly functional. And I like that. I like that I can get my work done. I like that I can still be who I am on it. It feels really good. But I'm needing to create a different relationship to dopamine in my brain. And like smoking weed all the time, for me, I gotta let it go and see what happens when I don't have that. It's like I gotta create some space away from it to see what can actually come through my life. Like maybe I'll be bored. Maybe I'll feel more feelings. Maybe I won't be numbing out the things so much, you know, and that's what I mean. I'm at a point in my life where I need that. So if that resonates with you, maybe take a break from weed. Maybe take a month or 2 off. Maybe take 3 months off. Let it rest. Otherwise, I get when there's a time in your life where it's like so helpful and balancing everything. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Taking a little weed sabbatical.
Oh,
Nice.
That's nice.
Yeah.
You are somebody, when you put your head to something, you really do it. I'm more of a theory girl. So I'm excited for you. You do have discipline, like when you really tell yourself to lock it down. I think you have a lot more discipline than you sometimes give yourself credit for.
Yeah.
It's harder for you to smoke sort of like liberally, you know, like you were. I guess maybe I'm just putting like that A thing in my mind where it's like you can't like drink or use the same of anything when you have a belly full of AA or whatever. But it's like your awareness, just your complete awareness on what you're doing at the time and how that's resonating and how that's actually making you feel. You know what I mean? When you don't really want to be doing it, it's interesting just to let that awareness linger in with like, you know, the crutch.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a little bit of time, let myself feel, let my voice heal, let my lungs heal, maybe try and get a little healthier than I've been. Because I want to finish what we started. I want to stay on this. I started something at the beginning of the year, which was a fucking journey of realizing that like my negativity, my negativity and my thoughts is so reasonable. I can find a lot of evidence why it's logical to feel down about myself or my circumstances or whatever. Like it creates very good evidence. And at the beginning of the year, after like years of strife or whatever, I'm like, you know what, man? We gotta just choose to turn it around. It really is love or fear. It really is like be on your own side or don't. The negativity is gonna be reasonable. There's gonna be logic there. But it really is a choice. And I started this self-forgiveness journey in January, and it gets tested and tested and tested. But that's something I want to follow through with this year. And part of that is like, oh, let me let go of this crutch then. And like, even as this grief has shown up in the last couple weeks, like, okay, it still doesn't mean it's time to spiral. When we hit all these fucking challenges with the pod, I'm like, yeah. Because I just go like, oh, you suck, Devin. I just go like, oh, it's you, dude. You suck.
Internal conversation.
Yeah, you're the problem. This Twilight Zone, you're the problem.
Which is accountability. So.
What are you saying?
No, bro, I'm the same way, dude. I hate giving it up to the universe's fault or somebody else's fault. It's like, no, what did you do to allow this? Okay, what in the preparation phase made you choose these individuals to be around? You know, it's not their fault, bro.
Yeah.
What have you done?
What in the preparation?
Did you hear that, Lindsay?
What in the preparation?
Did you hear what he just said?
Who the fuck is around me? Oh, wait. It's like me.
He's talking about us.
No way. No,
wait.
The accountability.
Dad, say that one more time. This intruder is my roommate is distracting me. I'm gonna punch you after this. No, I won't. It'll be an emotional punch. Okay, go on. What'd you say, Dan?
Yes, no, she's back there being a Roomba. She's just like, picking up all.
I literally like does look like she's just hovering back there.
I was like, hey, I have to work today. Here, she's like, all right, I'll just clean up.
No, I love it. Hey, we're not hearing her. It's all good.
Yeah, you just missed Daniel subtly shitting on us. It's fine.
Because he wants us to take accountability and do more for the pod because he feels like he does it all.
He was saying, why did I choose these people to work with?
No, but Dev, that was Dev's conversation with me earlier. He's like, dude, I feel like I'm just lifting everything. And I'm like, damn, Dev, you're stressed. We're going to get through this, buddy. I swear to God.
Yeah, no, you checked me. It made me feel better.
Yeah, we checked each other, man.
Yeah,
but that urgency's so real. So I stopped the smoking act of cannabis or whatever. And I want to take this moment. We invite any of our listeners, viewers to join us on a quick fast from marijuana. You can always pick it back up, but why not find out what your equilibrium is without it?
Yeah.
You might find that things improve for you, might stay the same. But, hey, don't have to have a crutch if you don't need it. So I want to invite you guys.
Same. Yeah, nice. Reset the baseline. Let's reset our baseline, and then we can choose back into it, if we want.
We're going to lose all of our followers. Just unsubscribe.
Unsubscribe.
Like,
say, the only reason we listen is because we get high.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
All right. Well, I support you always, 112%.
Hey, thanks.
And I'm excited for you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
New clarity all the time.
What's your little round table, little punk along?
Everybody at the Met Gala is a douche. True, false. All of that money should be going literally anywhere else. Anywhere else other than the restoration of fucking 50,000-year-old fucking costumes. Like anywhere else. Anywhere else. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, art brings humans closer to each other. And that is not art. Art looks out for people. Art is humanity. This is just pomp and circumstance. It's style. These people may have something like nice going for them or whatever. You know what I mean? Like they're good people. They're not terrible. But participating in that event just feels like the greatest jack-off contest in history. And it's absolutely motherfucking insane that we need money so desperately in other areas of life and world right now. And we are still carrying on like this means anything. And it has to mean something because there's so much money around it. And that is the only fucking thing that is the only thing people care about. It's so infuriating, like to me. But then again, I could see Daniel just like strutting up the steps of the Met Gala.
With a piano on my back, like Andre 3000, or
exactly.
a crashed computer.
That's right. That's absolutely right. And I can see you like showing out, and I hope you make it there once. Like that's the contradiction of like how I feel. I'm like, like overall it makes me sick, but underall, like certain people are. It's so interesting. I know it's their first time there. That's got to be so exciting. Like, maybe this money goes to more than, I don't know.
That's the tough part. Because even if somebody was like very socially aware and wanted to take a stand, against all the other atrocities in the world, because they are many. They are many. There are many. There is always going to be someone new up and coming who's like, oh, I finally get a shot. So these people like protest it, and then the newcomers are there. And it's this weird like revolving door of apathy and, lack of social awareness. Although, since we're on the subject of Anna Wintour, she apparently doesn't invite Donald Trump to it. Did you guys hear about that? She's like, he can't come and advertise or like whatever. She's like, you're no longer invited. He used to be there all the time, but she's like, no, you can't participate in this thing. And that's not to say that Trump is good or bad. I'm a non-biased kind of guy. But some people try to do their little social stances, but it's all pick and choose where to be. And it does seem more self-righteous than not, the whole Met Gala thing. Fashion hasn't been my forte, so I don't want to trash them all. But I mean, recently I've been pretty good. I've been like stepping it up. But I know what you're saying about fashion. It is so wasteful, but
at the same time, like I can understand reaching a point where you get an invitation and wanting that experience for yourself. Like it's so strange to me that I think like the collective, like the experience of what we're doing is so wasteful. And yet that individual subjective experience might have changed somebody's life, might have inspired some, like, you don't, it's like, do you kill two people to save that? Like, what do you, I don't know. It's just such a, I don't know. It's like an ever going wheel in my mind of like, how do I feel about this? What do I think when I see these like ostentatious displays of wealth and poverty, like in the same scroll session? It's really unsettling.
Yeah, I feel like it's a similar conversation to like kind of how silly it is to give awards for art, right? Like, oh, you're the best actor this year in an art form, like, oh, the best, like you're the 5 best and you're the winner. Like you can, as a whole, you can zoom out and kind of judge that whole thing. But then, of course, if you got nominated, it would feel special. Of course, if you won, it would feel amazing. Of course, being at the Oscars or the Grammys or whatever would feel amazing if you're included or even just fucking there. Like, there's like a magic and fun to it. But then if you zoom out, you're like, is this what matters? Or like, why is this the biggest fucking thing that we do?
Right.
And
why do I think that cultural thread is going to unravel from the lives of these first world people? Right? Because like, I don't know, like that is such a, like, we're just so deeply entrenched in the wealth disparity right now. Like that's kind of has to unravel on its own. It has to unravel at that level kind of on its own, or it has to correct itself. So I don't know, like,
remember last week we were talking about how like there are things in humanity that just have been a part of it that like we feel are unique to our time, but like they're not. This is another one, like wealth disparity in societies for thousands of years. Like,
dude,
the pomp and circumstance of the privileged, which we are all included in. We're not included in the Met Gala, but I'll take an invite. Just kidding. I shop at Ross. But like the pomp and circumstance of the privileged has always seemed fucking gross when you look
absurd,
at it seems it's absurd, it's outlandish when you look at like what's happening like with normal people, you know.
Yeah, I just don't know how to like, those two feelings like battle each other, because then I like go to leave a comment on somebody's thing. I'm like, don't get your shit together. Get out of
here.
That comment, you dick. And it makes me so angry at the time. I'm just like, you could have saved that child. You could have fed that family. Do you know what I mean? And it turns into this crazy thing.
Totally. It's tough.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I've never really paid attention to the Met Gala. The rant you just went on, I had to look up, what does the Met Gala fund? And I'm like, oh, it funds the museum's costume department? Like,
and I'm sorry.
Yeah, that is a little silly.
Look how much, like, how much did they raise this year? Like, look up, they raised something like dumb millions. And it's like, for costume restoration.
It's tough, man. It's tough.
Yeah.
Now I do have to shout out the theme was like black dandyism or whatever.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's always been like a fresh, like kind of style. So I value that, like these cultural themes, being able to target them because they are just so up in the air and subjective, and then bringing a bunch of people to acknowledge a theme that will likely be talked about, years from now. Like, I've never known the eras of fashion, but they do emerge, and we're able to look back and say, oh, in the roaring 20s people were wearing this, 1940s people were wearing this. So like there's like a bit of historicity and preservation of human culture. There's something there. But it doesn't necessarily take the Met Gala and being wasteful to do it. But I'm appreciating fashion a little bit more these days, because keeping a record of just human existence, like it matters. It's like it's a ritual in all cultures, marking what did it mean to be a human at this time, or what was left behind, because we all got to go someday. And you think about 3 generations back, like I know my like great grandparents, but before that, it's just, and what did it all mean? They had full on lives and cultural norms that were everything to them. And then they just kind of, fade away with time. So the preservation of culture, I value. I don't know why I felt like saying that. But
that's tied into this. Yeah.
Yeah.
This episode of the Neds Declassified podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. This month is Mental Health Awareness Month, and it's also my birthday month. I feel personally attacked.
Dude, it is not an attack. It's just a recommendation for your well-being. Therapy can help any of us and all of us. And the truth is, sometimes it's just a great first step to dealing with yourself and your problems. Having someone safe and professional to talk to about what's going on inside. When people hesitate to get help, it doesn't just affect them, it affects everyone around them, Daniel.
Hey, man, it's the judgment. I'm afraid of the judgment, man.
I feel like society has really opened up to therapy being a normal part of mental health hygiene. BetterHelp has over 10 years of experience matching people with the right therapist from their diverse network of more than 30,000 licensed therapists with a wide range of specialties. So it's easy to find someone and switch therapists if you're not feeling the connection that you need.
We're all better with help. Visit betterhelp.com/Neds to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Neds.
I think that is, looking it up, it's like, oh, that is what they're doing. Like, that is what they're saying they're doing is like, I was reading, it's like, they are the only department, whatever, in that museum responsible for funding themselves. And so the Met Gala is their funding for the year, basically, to keep that part of the museum going. And yeah, I would guess their claim in any museum is like they're upholding a record of culture and whatever. But I get the tension point, Linz. I feel the same tension point sometimes in this industry and this craft that I love. Sometimes I look at movies and on the one side, on the disillusion side, I go like, is this what we need to be spending $150 million on? This like story that isn't even that deep and like these feelings that aren't that deep and making it the biggest fucking thing. But then on the other side, I go, man, first of all, incredible jobs. Like what a collaborative, it's literally the creation of jobs and life. The amount of life that ripples out from a movie set is fucking incredible.
Well said.
On top of what we were talking about last week, Linz, like one of the ways to grieve for people sometimes when you don't know how to do it yourselves is to watch media that makes you feel the things that you're maybe too scared to feel for yourself, but
or
then
just
the
give
media
permission.
Will trigger, give you permission to feel, to dream, to fucking connect, to relate. And so it's just that friction point of looking at it. I don't think it's one thing or the other. I think it's just like healthy to look at it. Yeah.
I don't know if we like overdeveloped arts like on the way. Like I don't know. Like it's just always been like this. You know what I mean? I guess. And that's just a hard thing to stomach on a regular basis. You know. But there are so many instances of that. It's not just the Met Gala, and I'm gonna be honest. I love looking through and looking at what they're wearing. I hate myself.
Hey, entertainment.
When I stopped trying to write my mean comments, I just went through the carousels and I thought, "Oh, that's nice."
They look great.
Bro, entertainment. I got to go to Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler recently said, anyone can make a film, and I'm not going to quote him specifically because I actually don't remember what the exact quote was, but It was pretty much like anyone can make a film that, captures what happened, or anyone can tell a story. And he's like, I don't want to tell a story. I want to convey an emotion. I want to make people feel something, and that's what that cut above just the regular filmmaking or regular art is.
Yeah.
So those those feelings matter, and it evoked something in you, the Met Gala. We are here talking about it, so we were entertained, whether we walked away loving the subject matter or being, being disgusted. So it's wild. Connection. There was a connection.
That's so true. I'm so ready to get off this disgust idolizing train. You know what I mean? It's not idolizing, but like this entertainment disgust train. I'm like, there's such a weird feeling, but okay.
I love that you went through disgust and deleting mean comments to then also be like, that's a nice dress.
That's actually
that's a good look.
Look at the confidence she has. Wow.
Let's celebrate
wild,
her.
Man.
Because you do have to look at all of those people and be like, how are you not just shitting your pants in front of all of these photographers on both sides? I get scared taking photos with you guys. Like, oh my God, like a piece is going to fucking pop out. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, give me a good side.
Right? And these people are literally just like, here I am.
Yeah.
Just ready to be offered up to the world. And it's kind of intense too. So
yeah.
Anyway.
It's wild, man. Art is so fun. Like, I got trashed for the AI art thing. I love art and artists, and I'm an artist myself. But after that preface, it's so wild. I think that art emerges, like there's like a dichotomy of like art emerging from people being wealthy and being able to have that pursuit, and you get that type of art. But then you also have the art that comes from struggle. Like there's a middle band of people who don't have time for art because they're so busy working in this machine that's built up around us. But there are people like in the, I don't want to say lower rungs, but there's art that emerges down there, and I think it drives what art's supposed to be. But then it gets kind of hijacked by the people with the money and time to throw at artistic pursuits, and maybe those get highlighted more. But that culture from beneath that really is what the art's about, I think needs to be highlighted a little bit more. It's just there is this kind of hijacking, and that's not to say wealthy people can't create great art, because it can come from both, and you need money. If you don't have the money, no one's going to see the art.
Yeah, that's the fuck part, is like there's a pureness there's a pureness to creating an art, and then it always but you need money to get it seen and get it out there, and then there's always this weird corrupted relationship where art meets industry, man. It just gets fucking wonky, man. And I wish there were more people, wish there were more heads of industry and art who protected the actual artists and the art side of it. Cause man, it does start to lose something. I mean, fuck, there's so many movies out there where I'm like, this is $150 million movie, and no one wanted to look at this script and make sure it fucking made sense and made sure we like cared about the characters or like the actual art, the actual audience needing to feel something as this story goes on. No one cared about that part of it, but you spent all this money, like, cool, man. Like, yeah, don't lose its base pureness, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I feel better though. Oh, that's good.
Getting it out and talking about it.
I feel better knowing that I'm seeing the problem and I am the problem. Okay?
Now that is life. That's growth. That's wisdom, Lindsey.
Yeah.
Is looking out there at the problem and being like, yeah, and then
that's me.
Fuck, I am that too.
Hey.
Because also that's the only place, that's the only real place we can affect change is in the you part. Like, I'm not going to change the Met Gala, but, sorry, Lindsey, but you commenting on Instagram, this is superfluous, is not going to do anything.
Oh, man.
But society, people are struggling. It's not activism. Not going to do anything.
Yeah, for always, you dumb. Sit down. Sit down.
Sit
it's
down,
like they already took the photos. They can't untake them. You know. It is. Have you guys seen like the memes or the like videos where they show the juxtaposition of women being photographed on the carpet, and there's all these flashes, and then it's like a man steps on the carpet, and he gets like one flash.
No.
And the photographer's like, "Oh, sorry, misfire." Oh man,
God.
it's wild,
Oh,
God, that's good.
Whew.
Dan,
All right.
Dan, I saw something that really disturbed me, and I haven't looked into it. But our good friend ChatGPT, okay?
bro. Love him, great guy.
I saw some report that I didn't look deeper into because it was so disturbing about how much energy,
Electricity it's using.
how much energy
Tell me about
ChatGPT
it.
is using to run.
Yeah.
I'm afraid. I'll look up the numbers, but like it's scary. It was like every prompt is using so much electricity, like that the US is needing to fucking resort back to coal and shit to like power it. Like it's so immense and growing so rapidly that and it costs fresh water to cool down the data centers. So we might be chat GPTing ourselves out of resources, and
That's
if that isn't
so funny.
modern times.
Wow. Wait, but like, is it more than Taylor Swift's like CO2 emissions from her jet?
Way more, bro.
Damn.
Way more.
Jesus. Tough, man.
Tough.
Well,
Dude, they should make it so that you have to pay for Chat GPT. Like, no offense. Like, I
Well, they
wouldn't.
were
I
trying
wouldn't
to-
pay for it. So
they're trying to make it a publicly like traded company. Like they're trying to lose their nonprofit status. It was initially made as a company where they're not supposed to be able to get any type of
Like a
income.
public
Mm.
utility or something.
Yeah, Elon Musk, I think, was like fighting against it. Like, oh, OpenAI shouldn't be able to do this, but I think it's because he has his own pursuits with like Grok AI on X.
Yeah.
So
Wow. Yeah, that
Man.
just disturbed me greatly. I don't know what to do about society's problems. I just am going to try and handle my mental problems.
dang, was it
Sponsored
worse
by
than, like-
BetterHelp.
Yeah, start with working on things you can change yourself, your mental health.
Should
Wow.
we get to some fan submissions?
absolutely.
let's do it.
Can we talked about that one, but we didn't get to shout out his name from last week. Can
let
you
me find
like
his name. I
if he's
did find
possibly-
it. It was Shane Ryan. Shane, you asked us about grief last week. We weren't able to play your voice. Honestly, we could play
You want
it.
to just play it now?
Yeah.
And just
Yeah, let's hear it.
Oh, dang it. Thing where it starts in the middle. Talk amongst yourselves while it yeah, Shane, thanks for submitting that. I mean, I was actively going through, I think, kind of like a different trigger point for grief. You were talking about some major health issues you were going through. And yeah, just thanks for reaching out. Thanks for being a fan of the pod. Thanks for submitting your voice. Okay, it's almost at the end. I'll play. This is Shane from last week, a question about grief and facing some pretty serious health issues.
What's going on, Devin, Daniel, and Lindsey? Thank you for bringing the podcast back. I love you guys. I was just curious if you guys had any tips for dealing with grief. I had a stroke over a year ago. I almost died numerous times from medical complications. I had to have a craniotomy, which is when they cut out a fraction of your skull to relieve pressure on your brain. But yeah, I was just curious if you guys had any tips for grief. And I also just lost my grandmother not too long ago. So I've been struggling with that as well.
Yeah, love you, man. I hope last week's full grief episode provided just any comfort, man.
yeah. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for sharing that with us, Shane. That was really just a nice conversation to have with you, Dev. So yeah, I hope that was helpful.
Yeah. Cool.
Man, yeah, send in love through everything though, bro. Like, to be human and have this experience, there are a lot of ups and downs, and there's grief associated with so many aspects of this life. And you're a trooper for being able to survive the things that you know have been placed in front of you and the obstacles that you're continuing to strive against, man. So shout out to you, Godspeed. I'm sending you all the most positive energy, and just good feels. All I can do is extend empathy because I don't know that specific battle with illness, but I'm just sending you so much love. I don't know if you're a Bible guy, but recently my mom has been telling me to look into the chapters about like wisdom. So you got like Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, and the book of Job. Job is a guy who went through so many trials and tribulations, and you know, there's nothing new under the sun. That's what Ecclesiastes talks about. So I hope that you can find comfort in knowing that there are other people trying to push through. I just sending you love, and maybe would advise you to check out some of Ecclesiastes and Job just for some survival stories. Whether you believe that the characters in the Bible existed or not, there's still. I got a little bit of help for some recent like hardships that I felt like had befallen me and loss of family members, and those books have a lot of inspiring stories in them. And Ecclesiastes really talks about the hardship and the unfairness. Proverbs is more, oh, everything's good and God created these laws of the universe, and if you're just good, you'll get good back. But Ecclesiastes is like, no, dude, it's rough in there. And you know, trying to bring good to yourself is like trying to grab smoke. You know, it's so elusive and not fair on a lot of occasions. But yeah, I don't know. It was on my heart to just say that to you, but I'm sending you so much love, bro. And it's going to be what it needs to be is something that I always tell myself, but just sending you love.
Make me want to crack open a Bible like that. Ecclesiastes.
Crepe open a crepe?
Crepe open a crepe.
You trying to...
Yeah.
No, I need to see some... What is it? Ecclesiastes?
Ecclesiastes, yeah.
I can see it in my mind because in religion class I had to memorize all of the books of the Bible, but
the books.
They didn't really have us go over them. So I was like, really?
Dude,
just the context?
I was just talking about this with my mom. I'm like, yeah, I was raised Baptist Christian and I memorized all this stuff, but I'm like, I didn't really know what any of these books were. And even when I got to the point where I'm like, oh, you know, I'm realizing life is unfair, so the Bible's like not true. It was because I had this warped view of the Bible. Oh, it's just sunshine and roses.
Right.
Nah, dude, there's some stuff in there that talks about the experiences out there and the negative experiences out there. So
I gotta check that out.
I don't know.
I like that.
Yeah, it's just stories.
I think a lot of our generation, I think it's like really easy in our modern generation to like look at religion and just easily like see the kind of like corrupt human power structures and like the way people who are hypocritical are super religious, and you go, yeah, well then fuck religion. Like it's so easy to like write it off, and I think a lot of our generation has. But I definitely hit a point a couple years ago just realizing like for something to have been around this long and mattered to so many people and communities build around it, you can't just write it all off as irrelevant. Like it's clearly been relevant to fellow humans for thousands of years at this point. Like there's got to be, you can't just write it all off. Like even if you don't want to fully dive in and you know, become a fully religious person, like don't miss that there is wisdom there. There's strength there. There's something to reflect on.
Nice.
Hey, let's listen to I gotta play her voice because this is Desi Music on Instagram. She just listens to every pod, shares our pod every week.
I love Desi. Yeah, she's great.
Desi from Germany.
Guys, it's me, Desiree Music from Germany.
We got this deal.
I wanted to say you are the best and amazing. And
Dankeschön.
Lindsey, you were great in Pretty Little Liars and 10 Things I Hate About You. Danny, you were great on Sick and Luther, and Devin, you were great in Shredder Man, the Nickelodeon
Schleiderman.
movie, and the song Hero is amazing.
Superhero.
Aw.
My song
Still,
is Shredder Man.
and my question, after the amazing episode with Drake, are you going to make one with Josh or one with Emma
Oh.
Roberts from the
Oh.
Nickelodeon show Unfabulous? Love you guys.
Yeah.
Love
Hey.
you, Desi.
Yes, Desi. That
Love
was
you,
awesome.
Ja.
Mm.
Ausgezeichnet, Dankeschön.
Thank you for sending your sweet little German voice.
It was great. It was great, man.
That was amazing. Yeah, I could have that on a loop. That was, like,
Honestly, it's so comforting.
You were so great in
Nice.
Shredder Man
thank
and
you so
Superhero.
much, Desi.
So polite. Yeah, so polite, man.
I actually hadn't thought of that song. I forgot I had a song in Shredder Man. Be a superhero. You're a
Hey.
hero. No
Hey.
reason why. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that in so long.
Wait,
thanks
Dev,
for being
that,
fair.
Captain
that was
Planet,
actually a big
he's a
deal. That was
hero.
a huge deal.
I did have a song in it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
like the
That's
first
pretty
of your
cool.
kind, eh?
It was a little too early. Or too
That's
late.
lit.
Or not good enough. I don't know.
Wait, you were making music already, and you were like, "Hey, I have one that would be really inspiring for scene 50." Like you said that.
Just like that.
Nice.
She asked, are we going to have Josh Peck or Emma Roberts on? If we could ever
Some
get
nice
in
picks.
touch with them, yes.
Yo, we can get in touch with Josh. It's just, I mean, it might be a little tough.
Booking him?
He's a busy man.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. His people like they like that heavy number. But he's gonna be there in June, Lindsay. So we can.
Oh, yeah, he's
ask
going to
him
be at
NostalgiaCon.
NostalgiaCon.
Oh,
Mhm.
good, Dan.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys.
Oh, good. There's nothing I love more than just wagging the dicks with the guys, right? Getting
yeah,
the fucking
oh,
business
yeah.
taken care of. Yes, yes. If any of
Bro.
these fucking shows with women in them could come to these cons, that would be fucking amazing. Because I'm just at a sausage fest for days.
Hey.
The only reprieve is back in my room. So
Dang.
It's true. There's women
Sausage
fans.
Fest, here we go.
no, there are. I mean, women who are at the cons too. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
where are the other shows?
Yeah, you're at a
Mm.
table with us, and next to us is dudes, and next to them is dudes.
Is dudes, and across from us, dudes.
dudes.
Hey, and we'll try to get him to sit us next to Michaela, who was Toph and
Oh yeah,
Avatar.
we gotta have
perfect.
Michaela on
She's
the
cool.
pod too. She's great. I had her on growing up, and she's got her own pod. And yeah, Toph from
Oh.
Avatar. Come on now.
We gotta do it, man.
I have not listened to this person's voice message, so we're gonna go in raw, friends. You ready?
Yes.
Hey.
She sent one. It's too long. It's 2 minutes, but let's roll the dice,
There.
shall we, listeners?
Let's do it.
She also doesn't have a username. It's just a mushroom.
Hey.
Hello, what up, y'all? This
What
is
up?
Jay from Miami.
What's up, Jay from
I just
Miami?
want to say
Hey.
shout out to you guys for coming back better than ever at a time
Ooh.
in my life where I actually really fucking need the vibes that y'all bring every Wednesday.
Hell yeah!
I used to dabble in some episodes before the hiatus. Of course, I got super fucking hooked right when y'all left. But during those 6 months
Wait,
y'all were
what-
gone, life did its biggest one on me. Like seriously,
Yep, hold it up close.
complete 180.
Sorry, I can't tell where it's coming from. It sounds like it's coming from the top, but is it coming from the bottom?
It should come from the speakers on the bottom.
It should come from the bottom, right?
It's probably just tripping me out in my headphones.
Right when I was at,
Yes,
like,
it is.
Peak rock bottom. Like there was no hope. Just for a second, y'all posted again. And
Hey.
I'm not gonna lie, I always loved when y'all yapped on the prior season. Just yapping. Like not so much about this show. Like I love listen, Neds Declassified fan till I die. Like that show was my Bible. But y'all yapping, because I'm in my 30s, so just hearing y'all just talk like me, talk like my friends, just amazing. And hearing that the podcast was rebranding in that direction, regardless, I was super fucking hyped.
Aw.
Holy shit, the words of wisdom y'all give every Wednesday hits every single time. And I am truly grateful every time y'all upload. For me, it's just so refreshing when y'all talk about the roller coaster of life, the ups and downs, but just enjoying the ride while you're on it, not letting stupid shit get to you, and just accepting whatever the present moment looks like, good or bad, because nothing lasts forever. Thank God. That's the best and the worst
Hey.
part. Nothing will last forever. So just enjoy it while we have it, learn from the past, and just grow because everything is happening on time, exactly every single time. Shout out to Lindsay though for talking about the 12 steps because girl, that caught me off guard. Like you were dropping bombs in an episode like 2 weeks ago. I was like, oh my God, girl, I was eating it up. Dev talking about ayahuasca. Excuse me, like you need to go on a whole plant medicine episode. I need you to take these people on a bufo journey, please and thank you. And Dan, you just keep it real every fucking episode. Like the truth bombs you drop are much needed. So shout out to y'all. I love the three of y'all so much, bro. Happy that you guys are back. Sending so much love and peace from Miami. And just can't wait to see what the future holds for y'all and for me.
Hey, thanks,
Jay from Miami. You just like
Shout
reflected everything we needed back at us. I like that was the pep talk I needed. That was so kind.
Yeah, that was great. I loved it. 2 minutes of that. That's perfect.
I'm
I love it.
so grateful that we timed up right in your life. Nothing like going through rock bottom alone. So glad that we could weigh in on that a little bit with you and for you. And I just really appreciate all the love you just poured back into us.
Yeah, thanks, Jay. There's a
Yeah, I
cool,
really love that.
positive feedback loop happening with our fans in this pod, and I think we need it as
we need it.
That's what I mean. I think we all need it as a generation because we get lost out here. We get fucked up out here, and it's nice just having it reflected back to us. Like, yeah, that's what it is. And we're all going through it. And hey, at least we have memes.
Right,
bro, dude. Yeah, thank you so much for that, Jay. Man, because we went through a little most hated by the most people for a little bit. Like there was like a window of time, man. And the internet is so funny because I was walking down the street. This guy I talk to all the time, and it was his first time seeing any like chaos where I might have been getting shit on the internet. And he was like, "Hey man, what's going on, bro? You good?" You're like, da da da. And he was like checking in on me, and I'm like, "Oh, that's old news. That was like a year ago." And he's like, "Oh, okay. Well, I just saw this stuff, yada yada yada, just checking on you." And it's nice to have those personal relationships with people, knowing that there's not just numbers behind a screen back there, Jay. So I thank you for that positive feedback and checking in on us.
For real. I wish we all felt no shame because everyone has hate on the internet. But somehow people are able to just like skirt above it and not care. It's hard when people are just like, "You fucking suck." I'm like, God damn it, this isn't fun anymore.
Yeah,
bruh.
When you're
they're always the loudest.
Yeah. When you're caught in that feedback loop externally and internally, like there's no place offsetting the pressure. It's like
no safety.
How do I get out of this?
No respite.
Yeah. Jay, we do hope that like you have progressed a little in rock bottom, whether you're just a little further through or you've climbed back up a little bit. Like, we are here for you and the journey will go as it goes. But I hope like you're further on that journey than not.
And it sounds like she is. Like sometimes it
She's
takes
not so joyful.
That little spark. And so if we were any type of spark to get you to be like, "Oh yeah, I can get through this," then that's great. Because that's what we set out to do. We want to just bring people joy despite the chaos that we've been experiencing and we know everyone experiences.
I literally say like the greatest thing that we could be for each other is just a stepping stone, right? So like wherever you are on your journey, whether it's one of the first stones or like one of the last ones, like it is such an honor to resonate with people and help them because that's the only way we ever get helped, right? So yeah.
And that's the sad heartbreak beauty of the foregone adulthood survival guide reboot is like, yes, obviously I'd like the money and recognition from it, obviously, but the main like impetus for it was just like, dude, we're all fucking struggling out here. Like, wouldn't it be so fun to make a show that talks directly to this time in our lives, 20s into 30s, and just that mess of struggle? Like, wouldn't it be so fucking positive to make a show that spoke to that chaos and confusion and just let us all laugh at it? Like, that's the heartbreak of not being able to figure out how to get it going. And listen, we're still, maybe we'll just keep shooting things ourselves. We did shoot a little fan submitted alternative Ned's reboot idea. So
fan fiction.
Yeah, so if you guys keep like some funny Nedmo's cookie ideas and deliver them well, maybe we can keep making sketches like that. But
pump them out.
But yeah, that's the heartbreak of like not being able to make the show is, man, we know how many people are out there like Jay and like us who could use a show that just like spoke to these problems. So yeah, it's okay.
Nice.
It's okay.
I want to listen to another one, but I really have to pee, so I'm going to hear it from my bathroom. Nope, because it's going to be on these headphones.
Keep your headphones.
Unplug these. I'm going to go to the bathroom.
You pee. Daniel and I are going to listen to one.
Goodbye.
Let's listen. Yeah,
she's already off the headphones. We'll listen to one, and then we'll do tips when she gets back. This is from Shagadelic Fork.
I've been kind of listening back to all the episodes, and it's been kind of crazy hearing what the difference is in the format and the style. I gotta say, I really love it. I feel like you guys have kind of like this, I don't know, this like freeing feeling in this newer one. No like hate to Podco or anything, but I just feel like you guys are a lot more you in this, and definitely not recording episode after episode. I'm sure that helps.
Very much helps.
But specifically, I was listening to the episode of depression, and what Devin had said really, really struck home with me, because I feel that exact same way. I hope you guys are doing well. I love the new episode format. It's just really, really awesome. It's good to see you guys kind of like let loose a little bit, be more yourselves. It's fantastic. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you.
Thanks, Shagadelic. Just another
Shagadelic
feedback one.
I love that.
Yeah, great guys. Should we do some tips? Let me say for like fan submissions, those of you guys in the chat, in the comments on the YouTubes, let us know what you'd like to hear from fan submissions. I feel like we got to give, we can give them more direction on our next request. Like, what do we want? Do we want tea? Do we want...
I would love tea, because it's so fun to go over, like, I don't know, real-time things you're going through, or if you like just need another opinion on something. I love gossiping.
Yeah.
So even if it's about your friends, let's do it.
Let's gossip on the next one. We'll see. Cool.
All right, send us some tea.
Let's tips. Lindsay?
My tip is, life is very often this paradox, okay? And you have to get right with the paradox. You got to get right with where you stand with it. You got to get right with the balance of that paradox, because that is life, okay? With every pro, there's going to come like 6 cons. And with every con, there's going to come like half a pro. So
hey,
just know that it is a balance, that we're not all good or all bad or all right or all wrong or all this or all that. We are both always. And it's like, but we're all feeling that. Okay. So go ahead and practice that balance. Lindsay out.
That's great. I love it.
Dan?
For me, I am going to just say, beware of falling into woe is me. There are circumstances in our life where absolutely you're going to feel so alone. But I'm encouraging everyone, and this is because I had to encourage myself, to try and see every advantage that you have in this world. We talked about the socioeconomic differences that exist. And right now I'm just thinking back to Sierra Leone and my travels out there. I know people hate the cliche of, be happy for your meal because there are children and blah, blah, blah starving or whatever. But not just because other people have it worse, but just the fact that this life experience is tough, and all we can do is find joy and play to our strengths. So whatever you do have at your disposal, I just want to encourage us to try and focus on that and utilize it to get you where you want to go. And of course, it takes like planning, having your own goals set. I've had issues where I did not have a plan and got pulled into other people's plans, and it made me feel so down on myself. But that time you're spending being down on yourself, try to use it to focus on where you want to go next with the resources that you do have. Sending that out to you guys with love.
Nice. My little tippy is it's okay. It's okay. Whatever you're going through, it's okay. Wherever you're going, it's gonna be okay. Feels like a lot? That's okay too. Feels like not enough? That's okay too. Let's pop some of these edges off. Let's pop some of the pressure off. There's that great meme. It's a kid being crushed by a boot and he's crying, and then he zooms out and it's his hand is in the boot.
It was me the whole time.
That's a lot of it. So let's just laugh.
Stop kicking your own ass.
Let's laugh at the fact that we're crushing ourselves with a boot, and it's okay, man. It's okay. I love you.
So ridiculous.
Yeah, I know it feels like a lot, but it's okay. We love you. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep learning. We're gonna keep being friends and putting it out there on the interwebs, and that's cool. And I'm glad you guys are here for the journey. If you love what we're about, give the podcast some love, some comments, some shares, some subscribes. Find us on the socials. Thanks for DMing your voices.
Yeah, we love you guys.
We'll see you next week. I think next week will be a guest episode. We will not tell you who because I actually don't know who, but I think next week is a guest. Bow! See you next week, baby.
See you next week.
Love you guys. Peace.